Hi, and thank you for joining us on part one of the series. So, just to let you know how it runs, we're going to be having different parts dealing with different issues. And I just thought it fitting for part one to let you know a little bit about myself and how I started this journey and why I'm actually here talking to you today. So, I'm an audiologist by profession, so I'm a clinician. So, obviously, going through this journey coming from a very logical, black and white kind of mind, you would know being a clinician, you taught a lot about science and how your mind works. How your brain works in order to make your organs work, in order to make your body work. So going through this whole spiritual journey was very difficult for me because from the time I was little, that's how I've been, taught about life. We weren't very religious, and I think I was very spiritual, but not very religious in the sense that I'm Hindu, I'm Tamil. We weren't always at temple and doing those kind of things. Obviously, we did our prayer at home, but it wasn't a community that I was put into. So for me, it was very black and white even growing up. It was, evolution and science and this and this and this. And, obviously I believed in God to a certain extent, but in my mind, it was very logical way of living. So going through all of this was very difficult for me, and that's why when it came to understanding my mind and knowing my mind and how it connects to my body and my soul and everything else, it was kind of mind-blowing and boggling. So I'm pretty sure there's many of you out there who are just like me, who sometimes don't believe in the nonsense, I would call it. Well, I did call it back then, and I always thought, self-help was nonsense. The self-help is not for me. I know myself. Who knows myself better than me? And to a certain extent, yes, I know myself the best, and you know yourself the best because you're living with you every day and you're in your mind ever since you were born. So yes, to a certain extent, yes. But I think we get so caught up in our minds and so stuck in our minds and so stuck in our ways that we can't expand and we can't grow and we can't think of things beyond ourselves. And that's where I was stuck for a very long time. And I was almost in like autopilot mode. I was almost a robot. And I would just go through the days, get up in the morning, brush my teeth, have a shower, have breakfast, go to work. Sometimes I won't even know how I even got back from work. The drive back from work is just a big blur to me. And I would come home exhausted and tired after a long day of working with clients, because the job I had was in a corporate job, and I had to deal with clients, and I was basically a glorified sales rep. So, going to different clients, you would have to put on different personas in order to almost make sales in a way. So that's what my life was for the last 5 years. And I think at that point in time, I was just over it. And there was so many other things going on in my life, my personal life. And I was at a point where it was so difficult to even move anymore. It was so difficult to even get out of bed every morning. And I know other people have bigger problems, but I think comparing problems is not a way to go, because how I feel and how someone else feels could be like, oh, you know what, you could get up, you're just being a baby. So I think it's important not to judge people's problems, because everyone has problems and everyone deals with it in different ways. So here I would come home after work and I would just sitting in front of the couch for hours on end watching TV. And I knew in my mind that I should be doing something else. I knew I had this whole lot of ideas in my head, and I knew that I wasn't living up to my potential. I knew it. I knew it in my head, but I just couldn't get off the couch. I couldn't make a move to do anything. And I come to realize that I did that because I didn't want to face reality. Watching TV and watching these series over and over was just a way of me escaping my own reality, and a way of keeping my mind quiet, or keeping this voice in the back of my head quiet, telling me you should be doing this and you should be doing that. You know you can do this. This is your potential. But it was just me being stuck in this loop all the time. And eventually I realized I needed extra help. And obviously family and friends, yes, they were there to help, but they knew me and they know me as a person. And I don't think people that close to you always give you the best advice, because they're afraid of hurting your feelings. And I was a very emotional person. Like, I was always on edge. I wore my heart on my sleeves kind of person. So if someone had to say something to me, I know I would break down or take it the wrong way, or kind of get very defensive about it, because deep down inside I knew what they were saying were true, but I just didn't want to face up to the reality of it. So that's how my journey started. It was trying to get myself out of the hole that I put myself in, and I was the only one that dug that hole. I mean, there were external factors, but I let the external factors get to me, and it just helped dig deeper and deeper and deeper. Eventually I was at the bottom, and I didn't know how to get out of it. So I'm no expert. I think I've mentioned this before. I'm no expert, but being a clinician, I research quite a lot, and I wanted to help myself, and by helping myself, I wanted to help others around me, because seeing how my life was and seeing how I interacted in my own life with things that I did, I noticed it in other people as well, my family and my friends. And I thought, hey, if I can dig myself out of this hole by myself, surely everyone else can do it. And surely if I knew a method or I knew a way of how to do it, I can help people do it. Because during this journey, I found my purpose in life, and I think that was the main thing that was holding me back, and I think that's the main thing holding a lot of people back, is we don't know our purpose yet. I truly believe from the bottom of my heart that everyone is here for a reason. There's no way we were just dropped on this earth just to go to work every day 9 to 5 and come back and be zombies and sit in front of a television and not have any other, passion for life. So I feel like once I found my purpose, everything just started moving. Everything just started, being in sync and being in flow. And I feel so in flow now because I found my purpose. And my purpose is sharing this message. My purpose is helping people, showing them how asleep I was and how dead inside to where I am now. And it's just been miraculous. And I promise you, it's less than a year. I quit my job last year. It's been almost a month. Almost a year and a month now. And I'm the happiest I've ever been. I am the healthiest I've ever been, and I'm energetic, and I have purpose, and I have fuel, and it's just amazing. And I just want to share this with you, and just to let you know that it's gonna be okay. Even if you deep down in this hole and there's no light at all, I'm telling you there's a way out. And I'm telling you, if you stick with me and stick with the program that I have and things that are gonna come through, you'll find the light and you will find the way. So I really hope you enjoy this. Please stay tuned for the next couple of parts that are coming up. And if you have any questions or any messages for me, please pop it down on the comments below, or put me a DM if you want to. And I promise you, everything is totally anonymous, and I won't share anything. And I thank you for everyone who does reach out. It's amazing, because you reaching out shows me that I'm on the right track, and it shows me that I'm serving my purpose, and my purpose is to help you. So love and light always, guys.